what's some advice you have for them as they consider setting this as one of their goals to achieve?
For sure. I mean, if this is something that you set out to be intentional about it. It does take time and commitment for sure. Um, it is not easy for sure because just the content, the amount of content that is covered in the book on the exam. But I would definitely say, if you're already a people person, if you love bringing groups of people together, I mean, just maybe on sometimes socially, not so much project based. But I also, another thought that I had was
Mm.
I would treat taking the exam as a project, right?
Mm.
It's a temporary endeavor. You have a start, you're gonna have a finish, but your process along the way. You're gonna need to set your milestones, you need to set a timeline, you need to have your schedule of how you're gonna study. Mine was kind of aggressive, but that's just me. I know me. Like if I
Right.
pushed it out further, time just would have got away from me. And I know just from going through that, that's something I want to do. But I think also, Brian, for me at the time when I initially kind of took that boot camp, it was just kind of the work environment at the time that they were pushing you towards that. That is something I don't think at the time I wanted to do for myself. And I
Right.
think that was the biggest difference for me is because when you invest in yourself, you invest the time and the money. It's not just because, oh, everybody else is doing it or you're forced kind of into that position or having that title just because you're scared you may need to keep a job. But that was
Mm.
something personally I wanted to do for myself because I've been doing it for years. I wanted to gain more experience in the terminology and to go through that process and the journey for it. So that personally, that was resonated with me. If you're doing it for yourself, I would tell you you would be much you would the reward would be much greater than if you're thinking that you having to force your way to do it, because again that is something that you want to do, you set out to do, and you're going to do the work and what's required to be able to reach your ultimate goal and outcome. But if you treat it like a project, a true project, I promise you it's going to be well worth it.